We are filming. Hi, folks. It's the complex couple. I'm Keith. My wife, Jennifer. I'm supposed to let her say that, but typically she always starts off the intro. So we wanted to share what's going on the last 24 hours. Last week, I think it was when we planned on going away and everything was closed. There was no hotels open. We couldn't find anywhere to go because it was essential workers only. So after spending 3 or 4 hours calling a lot of hotels on the coast, I realized that we were screwed. So we went to Plan B, why didn't we come earlier to this place? Was it because we were showing the house?
We were showing the house, and then I ended up in a class on Memorial Day weekend.
That's right. So being a good husband, I support Wilderness Fusion. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. Listen to Carl. Some good stuff on that site. Hey, I just gave him a sponsor.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So with that said, I ended up talking to this woman who owns Cottonwoods Campground off of Route 1 in Columbia Falls, Maine. So we're out there a little bit. We're not quite on the border of Canada or Nova Scotia, but we're probably an hour away. So our day started off, we woke up yesterday, and I'll go ahead and let you take.
Well, Keith planned this amazing romantic.
I did not.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Oh,
you don't want to talk about our romantic weekend away, two nights away.
Well, I hope Dumbo doesn't knock the camera over. Anubis, go. Yeah.
The dog almost hit the camera.
So, and he's been a thorn in my side. But let's. Yeah.
He's had some thorns in his nose.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
well,
you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keith found this amazing tree house to sleep in.
Yeah.
It's about a quarter mile away from the campground. We are off the beaten path for sure. Can walk in, or there are also four-wheeler trails.
Mm-hmm. Gotta make sure we talk loud enough.
Right. We'll talk louder.
Yeah. We just want to make sure we're not doing this and you can't hear it, and then it's a waste of video.
Yeah.
So, getting back to the treehouse.
Yes. So you picked it. You found it.
You
picked it. You talked to Shirley, and you made all the arrangements.
Yes, and I was thinking, okay, it'll be a nice getaway. We can do some hiking like we're doing right now, and for years, I know some of you are going to say, my God, Jennifer, did he just figure that out? But there were some phrases, and I'm going to be transparent, like several to me for years growing up. I always thought several was like 5 to 7. Little did I know it was like 3 to 5. So
didn't you literally think it meant 7?
I did, yeah.
Several was 7.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm fessing up to that one. And then what was the other one?
Twin.
Yeah, but twins. But
there's another one. I can't remember.
There's a few of them that we
pet peeves.
I thought it was pet peas, like pet peas.
Not pet peeves.
Yeah. So with this one, I called Shirley, and she was really nice, and we were having this conversation. It was, it was like really open and just kind of fun. And she said she had twin beds in the treehouse, and in my mind, twin bed meant 2 people could sleep in it, not 2 singles. I don't know. Just no experience with it. Whatever, okay? So I thought, oh, great. It'll be perfect. So,
we have 2 double beds.
yeah. More than enough room. Anubis gets his own bed.
In the treehouse.
In the treehouse, right? And I didn't even bother to look at the pictures in detail to realize it was 2 singles. So we packed up yesterday.
We did.
Had a nice drive out here.
Yep. Took our time.
Yeah. Beautiful. I mean, the areas getting out here are really, it's just very scenic, isn't it?
Yeah. And we took, we packed a lot of stuff with us. We have our cooking gear and our sleeping gear. We have our own sleeping bags, our clothes, cook stove, all that. We were 3 trips in and out from the van to the treehouse. So we got to work out just hauling the stuff.
Yeah, it's a quarter mile from the parking area to the actual treehouse, and it's rolling terrain, so it's not flat.
Right.
So
exactly.
we had to bring, cooler, sleeping bags, cooking stuff, food, books, material, whatever we wanted to do. But it turned out it has a drawbridge, which is,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it bounces. It's interesting, but it's cozy.
You can. We posted pictures on Instagram. So if you're curious what this treehouse looks like, go check us out over there.
Yeah.
So we were just settling down for the day, right? We were about to build a fire.
Well, we'd gone out.
Yeah.
And we picked up some groceries.
Yeah.
And then we got takeout.
That's right.
Then we took a nice drive down to, I forget where we went to. What was it? Allison?
No. As we get
Addison. We went to Addison, Maine, which was like
a blink.
Yeah. I mean, these places are beautiful. They really are.
Gorgeous.
But there's, you have a post office and maybe a city hall and a few homes in the house, but everything is really based around, the nautical side of things. It seems everybody's a lobster fisherman or they do stuff on the sea because every house almost has a boat and buoys and cages and this and that. And we came back.
Lobster traps.
Lobster traps. Yeah. And we were getting ready to I was going to start a fire. Jennifer was going to make salmon.
Yeah.
And we were going to have this nice dinner and, I don't know, enjoy the night. So I had to go back to the truck for something.
Yeah.
And I decided to take Anubis with me. And it's a long trail coming out of the treehouse onto another trail. And they're all ATV trails. They're pretty wide. And we got to the junction of it. And I heard a noise. And as I heard the noise, I saw him alert. And then that was it. He just basically went, ballistic, went after this thing. And I couldn't tell what it was because it was in basically what I call dead space, a depression, right? It was in deathly, right? And I knew it was big because you could hear it going through it. It turned out to be a porcupine. And Dumbo gets a hold of this porcupine. And I mean, his face is like covered in quills.
Oh, his face, you said his neck, one of his paws, just sticking out everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And he never yelped, he never barked, he didn't even sound aggressive, but he came back out, and it took me a second to realize, I'm like, what is on his face? Did he have like a cup that he found or something? But it turned out to be porcupine quills, and he was loaded. So I started taking him out right away. And
you started yelling for me.
Yeah, as I got closer to the house, because I wanted tweezers. They were in so deep that I literally couldn't pull them out with my fingers. And then, they were inside his mouth, in his nose, his nostrils. And once I started to get to that area, he started to bleed more, and I realized it was hurting him, and I just couldn't put him through that. So we
started calling vets, and it was around 4 or 5 o'clock. They're all winding down. Mm-hmm. Some of them were still open, but they wouldn't take him because he wasn't one of their clients. Patients or clients. You mix them together, it's clients. So we had to drive, long story short, all the way back an hour and a half to where we live, basically, for an emergency vet at 5:30.
$370
to get out the final one.
Yeah.
Final quills. And maybe you can see his Band-Aid here that he got from anesthesia and injection. So by the time we got home, it was like 8:30. It was dark.
Forget intimacy, guys. After a day like in the twin beds, forget it. Just grab your book, brush your teeth, and don't even talk to each other. Because within 40 minutes of my beloved getting in that sleeping bag, I thought Bigfoot was sleeping over there.
Stop it.
There was a little snoring going on, but I had, I got into my fart sack, and that's what we call it. We call them fart sacks in the city. But I got my fart sack, and I didn't fall asleep
for 2 hours. Which is a sleeping bag, just for those who may not understand.
In the military, we call sleeping bags fart sacks, if you even use them, which we seldom don't. But I slept naked. I was comfortable with my poncho liner.
Yeah.
And then...
oh, my gosh. And then in the middle of the night,
here we go.
There was an owl. Very repetitive owl. I'd never heard it one in this way, and it had a pattern. It kept repeating over and over and over. That dog had so much anxiety about this owl, and it kept going around and around and around the tree house, around the tree in the tree house. The stump, the trunk goes up through the middle of the house, and he just kept going around and around, and I think he was awake for at least an hour.
Yeah, I was laying there listening to him. You woke up a few times too because you were petting him.
Yeah.
But we weren't engaged. We weren't really talking to each other.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah,
don't talk to me in the middle of the night.
Yeah. So, anyways,
So that was our romantic getaway.
I got one more night to dig myself out, guys, but I'm not sure.
Let's see what happens.
No. Anyways, so we're here in a place called
We're on Beale Island.
Beale Island, and this is the Wasp Preserve Nature Trail.
Nature Preserve.
Yeah, and it's a lot bigger trail than we actually thought. I mean, we're not even. I'd say maybe a quarter away.
Oh, that.
I think so. Yeah,
A quarter done or
quarter done.
Oh,
not even
guess we have
half.
a way to go.
So depending on how this trail goes, but if it skirts the outside of this island, we've got a lot of walking to do today. So which is good.
We brought snacks.
We did. Yeah.
And water.
And water. So.
All right. Well, that's a good story.
Yeah, that's 10 minutes. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so.
No. No. So that's it.
Thanks for
joining
tuning in.
Yeah.
Please like this video, follow our channel, and we'll be bringing you more.
Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for supporting us if you do. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye, folks.